Everyone, welcome to another episode of The Stone Genius. My name's Ro. I'm the Stone Genius. You know me, I'm often stoned. I'm always a genius. We have a very, very special guest on this program. And this is one of the few programs I know the exact release date of this program. This release date will be on November 27th. I'm so cued into that because it's this guest's birthday. Welcome to the program, Morgan Martin.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here.
Oh, the crowd goes crazy. So your mother and I do a show called The Longest One Night Stand with Bobby and Ro, and you are the byproduct of that. So once again, you were the one that cut Mom around. So I very much appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So Mom always gets upset with me when I call you our mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are not a mistake.
But it was a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure both of us, Bobby and me, the next day, were like, "Ooh, that was probably a mistake." Yeah. So I just think it's funny because, and I need to have. So you got me thinking about your birth, especially, and Trinity's, but yours because it was first. And I guess there was a lot involved with both of you all. Oh, you guys started off high maintenance. I mean, Mom's water broke like at 4 a.m. with you.
Mm-hmm.
So at least you're on your due date. You weren't 6 weeks early. It was just, and then Mom was, so we have stories. So on my birthday recently, I was starting to think about why I don't care about birthdays very much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not that I don't care about them, but it's just a day to me. Literally just a day. And unfortunately, because it's just a day for me, it seems to be just a day for almost everyone else. You're lucky, unlucky. However, your birthday's always around Thanksgiving. So it's very easy to be ready for it and thinking about it beforehand and not just a couple days before. But when I was thinking about my birthday, I thought about all the stories we had about your birthday. And I don't have any of those. I mean, I need to get them from Linda.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking Mom came home from work. She worked that was going to be her last day because her due date was at midnight. Up till midnight, we were watching a horrible Pauly Shore movie called Biodome that we still to this day have never finished. And then we left for the hospital at 4 a.m. with you, ran some lights. It was funny because I would get to the lights and you know me, I don't want to get a ticket. So I'm sitting there. And I'm just like, you know what? If they're going, they can follow us to the hospital at this point. So, and then my mom, so we have a story not only about you and the day you were born and the day after. So anyway, I've been doing a lot of talking for your episode, for your birthday episode.
Sounds like you've done a lot of self-reflection lately.
I have. Hold on, I got a sound for that. Or actually, when I do self-reflection, it's more like this usually. No, I mean, someone was asking me about my birthday, and I go, well, I just don't really care. And they go, well, what time were you born? I was like, I don't know. I mean, there was nothing. I don't know the trip to the hospital. I don't know... Mom's water broke with you, and then she didn't go into labor for 12 hours. So, I mean, then Trinity was 6.5 weeks early. So there's all these other stories, and I never had any. I mean, I don't know any of those stories.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've never thought about that stuff. I didn't know she went to the hospital at 4 a.m. either. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, I mean, because obviously it was such an amazing day, but I remember... they wanted Mom to get up and walk around. They thought that would kind of get you moving toward the exit door or whatever. And so we were walking and we went down and we had gotten a honey bun or something in the cafeteria, but then we had left it and we were leaving, and someone came running after us and just was like, "Honey bun, honey," because they didn't know, and it was like, it was just. I mean, I just remember even little stuff like that. I mean, it was a great day. I mean, I don't know. So you don't mind being called our mistake. So
No,
I appreciate
I think
that.
it's funny.
Do you?
Yeah.
So do you like that origin story? I mean, Grandma always talks about how when you saw pictures when you were little at the wedding that you were surprised you were at our wedding.
Well, yeah, because I don't think you understand it. But I
Yeah.
mean, no, I don't know. I think it's weird that you guys are still together. So when I tell people that, like the whole story.
Yeah. And I think that's, I say that. I work with some people that always want to give me advice. And I'll go, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to take advice from people that have been doing this for any amount of time. Because you guys are in the no amount of time range right now. So I'm going to not listen to you all. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can't even think about work. I mean, every time I think about work, it's like being kicked in the nuts. I mean, it is. What is the most painful thing? What is something that someone does that just drives you insane where you're about to throw hands? Because like Trinity, there's certain times like chewing.
When I'm about to throw hands.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that happens a lot more.
I know that. So, and that's what I
Not
also.
actually, though. I mean, but actually.
So it's funny because.
But is it a hypothetical question or an actual question? Because I've punched like 2 people in the past 2 months.
I know. So this is what I also think is weird because, and I think it was about the time that Grandpa passed, my dad passed, and then, I'm in my mid 50s now. So I just have started thinking about it more, but I see traits of myself in you.
Mm-hmm.
And I see traits of myself in Trinity, and then I see Mom in both of you as well. It's just interesting because, like, I can see that, and sometimes I'm like cringing, like it's like, oh, Morgan may have thrown some hand. There may have been, and I'm just like, but I'm like, oh, I was 26 before, so I've been there, done that, and I have this feeling. Because I forget all my stories. So I used to hang out with Tommy Morrison, who was heavyweight boxing champion of the world. Me, Rick Ross, some other guys. I hadn't thought about this forever. But generally and I can't remember any instances, but generally when you're with someone like that, who's literally the world boxing heavyweight, then everyone wants to fight him. Like they think, oh, you're not that tough or whatever. And it's like, well, that's kind of different than a street brawl. But I mean, I see stuff. But then I think about Grandma and Grandpa. I mean, Grandma always says they never even thought about it. I go, you had to have at least inquired. Like, I'm sure if they would have had computers, one of their internet history searches would have shown, can we give an adult child back? Like, how old is it before you can't drop them off at because I'm sure I was. I mean, I do. I'll look at you and I'll be like, I get it. I mean.
Yeah, I know. I think it makes Mom worried sometimes, especially when I text her next morning and I go, well, I got kicked out of a bar last night because I got in a fight.
Well, and that's the funny thing is that you talk to me about some things you want to talk to Mom, and then you talk, because I'm the one that I'd be like, yeah. And that's the thing. That's what I think is funny is that no matter what my temperament and everything is, never been kicked out of a bar. So.
And you know the reason why? I looked at the bouncer. He picked me up like under my shoulder, my armpits, and I go, "Sir, why am I getting kicked out?" And he goes, "'Cause you're being a bitch." And I go, I mean, that's fair, but you should kick out the other people too.
Well, maybe they don't have. Maybe they're just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but it is funny to see that because I know that.
And I just want to clarify, this wasn't like random people I started a fight with. Like I knew them. It was a whole situation. It wasn't just a random person. So there was a reason.
But there have been random people that have been punched. You don't have to hold on. You don't have to answer that.
Yeah, that's
maybe that's the best. There we go. Yeah.
I'm only gonna throw hands if it's needed. So
there's and I can't remember Cupcake, Sexy Red. I don't know. One of the ladies that I listen to, and it says there's something about I'm not against throwing hands, and every time I hear that, I like think of you. So yeah. So Once again, maybe not the best trait that I gave you, but I mean,
No.
see, and I never really got into it, and I'm surprised that you do at 5'11". And when you wear your cowboy boots, you're over 6 feet tall. So I'm just, because I always would find it weird that nothing ever, like a lot of things didn't start around me. And I think it was just because of my presence. Because someone who's 5'6" is, for the most part, at least back in the day, I think things have changed. Like back in the day, if it was a fight, it was a fight. It was a fist fight.
Right.
And now it's like, I would.
Well, I mean, it's definitely never women that I fight.
Yeah.
And they think they're scared of me. That's why I don't have ever any problems with women.
Yeah.
Except a couple months ago. But that's a different story because she was defending the guy that I hit. But I didn't hit her, but we were having some words. But it's only because I'm also thinking, because there's been times where, like, if a guy is shorter than me, like, I'm mean to him. Like, I have told multiple guys, like, I don't know why you're, like, like, I can step on you. Like, you need to turn around and walk
Once
away.
again, this is why, and this is why. So this is the attitude part that Trinity, I think it's there. They just suppress it. So, because I think that sometimes they'll get really cocky about stuff, but then they'll I don't know why the fuck, when you're as wonderful as we are, why be humble? I mean, and that's a serious question. Like, I do understand to another person, and I am speaking to someone that I never know the answer, so I need the answer to this. What are you getting your PhD in? What form of psychology or what? Because people are like, clinical. I'm like, I don't know.
It's behavior analysis.
Okay, behavior analysis. So now I have an answer
Yes.
to that. I was going somewhere with that, but I don't remember where.
You were talking about Trinity suppressing the attitude.
Oh yeah, and you don't, but I mean that's. Oh, I was gonna say sometimes I hear people talk about. I'm so like they'll like sing and things. They'll sing about like just people that I've been around that like how blessed they are and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm a fucking asshole for saying this. I look at them and I'm like, you're at the end of the line. If blessings were being handed out.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, well, you shouldn't look at someone's well, that is part of blessing because once again, it sounds bad. Beautiful people get good things happen to them. And I know that sounds like a shit thing to say, but there are certain times where a presence. Do you like that being tall that you stand out in a crowd? Like guys can see you from a tall guy, which you're not going to be with a short guy. Oh, that's what you also get from me is the disdain for short people. I mean,
it's
disdain from me.
I'm not gonna openly tell a short person I hate them, but if you're talking to me a certain way, like for example, this guy was maybe 5'6", and you're talking to me, he has to look up and talk to me.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna knock you down.
Well, and here's my thing that's weird. I can tell someone how tall they are if they're taller than me. 6'7", 6'10". We had a guy come in. All these people were like, "How tall is he? How tall?" I go, "He's 6'10". And they go, "How do you know?" I go, "Well, just go ask him then." And they wouldn't. So I go, "How tall?" He goes, "How tall do you think?" And I go, 6'10". He goes, "Yeah." I mean, I played basketball with guys that were 6. I mean, I know what heights are. But it's funny because when they get short, I just don't give a shit. And one day I was talking to someone and I was like, you know, if you're under 5'7", like they can't really hear. And they're used to it too. The squeaking of the dog toy. I was just saying something about, I think I may have played the song Short People by Randy Newman, you know, or something. And I was talking, and he goes, "Well, how short do you think it's too short?" I go, any man who's considered full grown and is 5'7" or under, I just think that I don't even understand that. I mean, I am not going to listen. If you tell me how to get into a really tiny hole or really tiny door, I will listen to that. Other than that, I will not listen to you. Sorry, Jeff Bezos, I will not listen to you.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. But it was funny because I was saying, and he like made a face. I go, "Well, how tall are you?" He goes, "I'm 5'4". I was like, "Oh, well, see, I thought you were over 5'7". And I probably changed how I treated him after that too. He should not have told me he was 5'4".
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I am a whole 13 inches taller than him.
Yeah.
And I think about that. If I was around someone that was 13 inches taller than me, they would be 7.5 feet tall, 7'6", and I couldn't even imagine. So,
Yeah.
but that's one thing that I have the same exact story every time I talk about when I saw Mom. But that was one thing that I loved, that she was so tall. I always say it looked like a halo because she was standing up in the bar area, which is a couple steps up from where you enter, and she was probably wearing heels. She's 6'1", and they had can lights. So she was probably at the, I don't know, 6.5, maybe not that, 6'4" range, and the can light was probably not that far above her head. So I always say it looked like a halo. But I noticed, Mitch used to always say, we had to go to bars when Mitch was in Chicago. He'd be like, how do girls always just come up and talk to you and like all that? I go, because they can fucking see me. I go, you just appear. Like if I'm walking across a crowded whatever,
Right.
people will see me.
Yeah.
Someone who's 5'8", boop, they just appear when they pop out of the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean,
it definitely helps because I'm always the tallest.
does it hurt though? See, I think it hurts a lot too, being tall, because you can't get away. Like everyone know when you walk in, and there's a certain thing about you and I. There's a presence. I mean, it's just like when the door people.
I mean, I used to hate it, like especially being on dance team, and just being that much taller than everyone was. I didn't like growing up, but now, I love it. I don't know. I've come to grow. But speaking of height, so I'm on dating apps now. Actually, just one.
Okay.
I
would ask which one, but I don't know what.
Well, I'm on Hinge. Well, yeah.
Like, are there new ones? Like things that I don't even know. There was Tinder, and I don't even know what. So here's so far. So I had a guy on whose name and his website is Tinder Bastard, but a Tinder like Tinder like hugging. And he goes, and so when I said that, I just said the name of the website. And he goes, it's TEN. And I was like, well, yeah. And he goes, it's not and I didn't even
think.
Yeah, so I didn't even think of that. But so.
Well, I've never had one before. I'm only on Hinge, and I got it. Is
that one of the sex ones?
No.
Okay.
This is like.
And just so the audience knows, if it was one, Mo would say so.
Supposedly, this is the one where it's like designed to be deleted. Like that's their slogan.
What do you mean?
You find relationships. But I will say, like, 3 of my really close friends found they're in relationships for years from someone on Hinge. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So, I made it. Well, me and one of my best friends made it together. But anyways, so your height, you put your height on there.
Right.
And it's funny because so you have to send someone a like, and then they have to like you back before you're able to talk to them. I have never sent a like, but I'll have like 100 likes a day. So then you go through, but there's very rarely that there's ever anybody worth my time. But it's funny because guys are like 5'6", 5'7". Seeing my height will still say something. I go,
So in that, I want to address. So had you ever seen the YouTube thing like Fresh and Fit or something? It's like some black guys, and then usually have girls. Yeah. I guess they get kicked off YouTube for being misogynistic or something.
Awful.
Yeah,
it's awful.
But I will say, when I watch, sometimes I would agree. I didn't agree with how they would deliver the information, but when you had a girl who was like 5'1", and she goes, "Well, I want a guy who's at least 6'4". Well, that's in the top 1%.
Yeah, I have.
So now you've limited yourself to 1% of men, and I'm just saying, as someone who's 6'5", that you can get the fun thing about really short people is then positions totally change. So I'm not saying that you would be out of that range, but you would have never been on my radar to be like, like that would have and that's one thing that about Mom. I don't know what it was about Mom, and you know the story that within 12 hours after meeting her, I told my roommate that I was going to marry her, and here we are on her 28th year. So it's pretty awesome, but I do hear some of the thing, or the funny one is like, well, I want someone who's like 22 to 26 who's 6'5" and makes $500,000 a year. I go, how many 26-year-olds? I mean, you would have
Right.
just come out of college or no college, and you're going to be making $500,000 a year. I mean, I know that people do that, but and that's what I always thought was funny. That if you took the percentage of the height that they wanted and the income they wanted and the age that they wanted and all that, they literally would be at like less than 1% of all eligible males they would be able to look at.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I don't. Well, I mean, I wasn't like not taking it seriously, but I think I've just realized that I'm probably on it not for the right reasons because I'm just. Sometimes I will match like a guy back that's liked me.
I thought you hadn't liked anyone.
Not like not the initial person. It's always someone likes me first and then I
Oh.
like them back. I've never been the first person to
Okay,
like.
right.
But like sometimes I'll just like them back just to be mean. Cause they can also, when they send a like, they can comment on one of your pictures or your prompts.
Right.
And so like for
Like
example,
what do you mean? What's a prompt?
there's like so you'll have pictures on your profile and then you have prompts. It's like my love language or the coolest experience I've ever had or whatever, things like that. So they can
Yeah.
comment on that or a picture. So like for example, 2 days ago, I had a guy like me and comment on one of my pictures, and my name's Mo on this. Like
As well it
that's
should
all.
be.
And that's pretty much what I tell everyone my name is now. And one of them commented, is Mo short for Muhammad? And I matched back with him and I go, oh, so you're racist. And then I immediately deleted him.
So
But it's just things like that. Like sometimes I just do it just to humble them. And I'm trying to see, I've been starting to take screenshots of the funniest ones because I just like,
So have you met any matches on any websites or anything? I mean, so I'm curious, like how so like I don't lie because I always figure the truth is going to get found out on the end. Now I take that back. I will tell stories. Like I'll tell a story that's not true, but that's just to give someone a story. Like if I have a story, what did you do yesterday? I slept all day. That's not a great story. Oh, I did this, that, and the other. That's a great story. So how often do people lie on there?
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure people lie all
I mean,
the time.
like how
but
have
I'm
you
just
encountered it?
I'm just very vague, if anything. But I also, I mean, I can't say that haven't lied about like getting out of a date or something with one of them. But like I also
No,
don't
I
owe
mean
you
like
anything,
height.
so-
Like have they shown up and they've been
Well,
like,
now that-
oh,
okay.
I'm 5'8",
Well, that's
and then
the
they
thing.
show up and they're 5'4".
Well, that's the thing is, so my range is if they say that they're five. Okay, I try to be open because there's just not a lot of very tall guys. But obviously 6 foot or above is ideal for my height. But there's some that are 5'10". And I've talked to my friends about this and I was like, as someone who is 5'10" and a half, there's rarely ever a man that's actually 5'10".
Right.
Because the only men I know that claim that they're 5'10"
Or 5'8".
are shorter than that.
Yeah. If you're 5'10", you say you're
And-
6 foot.
Yeah. And so I did go on a date with this one guy that said he was 5'10", and he actually, I think, was like, he was at least like half an inch taller than me. So that was
Nice.
the first time where it was like not, because I was fully expecting him to be 5'8" when I
Yeah.
showed up. But I mean, yeah, I have about 11 conversations going on right now. And obviously nothing has happened besides that.
So
one,
I
but-
have said many times that Mom, if there was current communication like texting and cell phones and stuff back then
Mm-hmm.
as we have now, she wouldn't have stayed around.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, so we had her thing. She didn't talk to me for 2 weeks. And back in the day, it was an answering machine at the house.
Mm-hmm.
No, very rarely did people have cell phones back in '96. Some of them did. You had to pay for whatever. So I wasn't going to leave like 50 messages, but I sure as shit probably would have texted or at least called and then they didn't answer, hang up, and then it'll say 72 missed calls or something like that. So I think that it would have been very, I don't know. I don't think that I would have done, because I talked to someone that I kind of saw back in the day. They were actually on the program, and mom had asked me, they go, why did you stop seeing this person? I'm like, I don't know. I probably just forgot to call him for a while. I mean, and that probably was it. I just, I was doing other things or other people and forgot to call and moved on.
Yeah. I mean, it's really weird because I'm like the type, especially if I mean, it's a dating app. So really you're only attracted to them because of what you obviously see.
Right.
Because you haven't even, talked to them yet. So if I am interested though, I don't spend much time without them asking to go out or do something, because I'm not going to talk to them for weeks and
Right.
not even go out.
Right.
Because I don't know. It's different.
So do a lot of people do that? Do you know that have been on those apps that just communicate back and forth without delaying them? Because I wouldn't. I mean, for fuck's sake, I wouldn't even. It would be literally, do you want to have sex? And a lot of times I would say it in a way that they would be like, ha ha ha, and I'd be like, and they'd be like, and so there was not, and so the whole dating and talking and
Well, I think
how
I mean,
awful.
I think it just depends. I feel like some people are just trying to feel you out, but I would rather go on a date and ask these random life questions that you're asking me over text than just keep doing that. So
What's the strangest random question a guys ever ask you through the app? The strangest.
okay, hold on. Let me see if I got a good screenshot, because there are some pretty funny ones. One of them, because sometimes they'll be very they'll just comment on your picture and be like, I would love to take you out sometime. So some guy did that, and he was like, also make sure you take note of my height. I'm 6'5".
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Okay, that one's
I
good.
didn't like him. Oh, but it's funny. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to find a I don't know, but just this one is funny. Cause this guy's prompt. So I took a picture of it because it's just so his prompt was, I go crazy for a woman that has fashion, takes care of herself, and always looks good. Yet he looks like this. And that's what I'm saying is you will read these things that these men say, or and then they look like that. You want someone that looks good and that has fashion, quote unquote, but you're wearing, well, I don't even know what that is.
So here I've talked about this with mom, is that's why I enjoy dressing up now. When I went and had lunch with my mom, your grandma, today, and I usually dress up when I go there. And when I dress up at church, no one dresses up at church anymore. I've said this before. I actually like the way, I think it's fun, and I don't know if mom agrees with this, but I think it's funny when women at church look at me and then they look at their husband. Why can't you? Because generally the women do try much more than the men do. But yeah, I mean, if you got to wear jeans to church, wear jeans to church. But if you have something other than jeans to church, all it takes is effort to put those on. Mm-hmm. They're uncomfortable. I have not worn a thong before, underwear, but I would assume they're uncomfortable. But yet here I am telling Bobby, thank you for wearing those for however long we've been together. So
yeah. Well, and then this is the other thing. This is I mean,
yeah.
So I'll get just all of these likes. So then you have to go through them, and you either just X them or you like them back. And so I'm going through, and so yeah, some of these guys are 5'7", and I'm like, really? Do you even see? I mean, my pictures are you can tell I'm tall too. But
can
then
you
it's
put that on your thing, or do you think you would get people to comment? If you put, please, if you're under 6 foot.
Well, let me tell you this, and I'll tell you how I'm going forward. But then some guy like this will like me, and I go, people are gonna hate me after I say this, but I go, look at you, and then go back and look at my pictures, just for real.
Hold on.
Like,
and this is what I say when I talk about, so like often I talk about like Trinity and I go, you know, her IQ's higher than mine and stuff. And people would be like, you know, you don't talk about Morgan's IQ. I go, Morgan is extremely smart. She's getting her PhD. And I always go in some sort of psychology. I go, but she got other gifts from me. And I go, it's called dealing with the public.
Yeah.
Because you're not afraid to do, and it does sound bad, but
No,
it
I
is what
just-
it is. That's why. So when you got here, I played "Handsomer" by Russ, and I think it's hilarious because in that song he sings the line, "I'm 5'6", but the money makes me look 6'5", and I just think that's a hilarious line because to look important he has to have money. So, which is probably why the mom looked at me and she probably thought, oh, he's gonna be something someday.
Mm.
So. But there's still yet on top of that.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
I
did
just-
that guy respond back to you then when you say something like, look at my pictures, or did they just
Well,
say,
I didn't say any, I just exited him. But I just think it's funny. And like, that's why I'm just like, I will humble a man so fast
yeah.
because it's just interesting.
And I think a lot of times I may not have been, I think things are different now too. I don't think as many people probably in the 80s, early 90s, I don't think girls approached. I mean, I had some girls approach me, but it was still not even the norm then. I think it's more, I think women can initiate conversation maybe easier. Now, I don't know that to be true actually at all, but it just seems like with technology and stuff, and women don't seem to be nearly as upset, to initiate conversation. Any guy? So I think we need to talk about hockey season.
no.
We can't.
Oh, we can.
No or yes?
Well, it depends on what you're going to talk about
Well,
hockey season because
let's let you take it, and
No.
I'll follow your lead.
I'm love hockey. I'm ready to go to a Mavs game.
Yep. So, Denmark's beautiful this time of year. Okay.
I wouldn't know.
I know. I don't know why you said it like that. Sorry. Hold on. We need to say something funny. I haven't used the snare drum yet. I mean, I know we've said funny stuff. Actually, most of it's been mean stuff. People are gonna be like, because
No,
I
people
always
are
say,
gonna-
I
I
go,
know.
Morgan is like me, and they'll like get this look, and I'm like, exactly like me. I go, if you want to be put in your place, Morgan will put you in your place.
I will.
I know.
And man, I went to Springfield with my friend Bailey a couple weeks ago, and we went out to a bar one night. And
A bar in Springfield, Missouri. I bet that was full of.
oh yes, it was great. And there's this guy that she knew from high school and everything, and he was kind
Was
of
she
like,
from? Is she from that area?
yeah.
Okay.
And so he was just like hanging around with our group all night and stuff, and like I don't know. I don't really know what happened, but it got to some point where he like it was late in the night. And he goes, "You're mean," and I go, "Have I acted any different all night?"
Yeah.
And he was like got really upset about it, and I was like, I mean,
Do you have any idea what led him to?
he's like 5'2", and I can't just not. I wasn't doing it maliciously, but maybe I said a little too much.
Yeah. And fuck. It's so
5'2".
you
That's
were in
probably
cowboy boots?
bad. No, but
Oh, okay.
I mean anything.
I guess
else
you would have
is-
been almost a foot taller than him probably in cowboy boots. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what's also hard about going on dates too, especially when the guy says like he's 5'10", and I'm thinking he's probably 5'8". So then I have to find shoes that are gonna make me not any taller than I am, which is hard. So
So that's one thing I used to always hate. Like if I was dating a girl like in high school and went to kiss them goodnight. So I dated a lot of short girls. And so they would generally have to stand up 2 steps to be like my height, but then they were too far away because they were 2 steps away. So there was still, I got to tell you, I love Mom's height. I love that when we walk in, and I always tell her, I go, we can't sneak in or out of anywhere. I go, this 12 and a half feet of people doesn't walk into a room unnoticed at all, ever.
Right.
So, which,
well, and that's the thing. I think also because, just thinking about if a girl is like 5'5" or like short and she goes up and punches a guy, it's whatever. But I'm almost as tall as any guy that's going to be at the bar, maybe taller than the majority
Most,
of men
yes.
there. So when I go in for a punch, it's like I'm murdering someone and then everybody's causing a scene, but
yeah, I know. Gosh.
crazy.
Big people problems, tall people problems.
Yeah.
I don't want to confuse big and tall. Those used to be almost interchangeable words.
Yeah.
They are not any longer.
I did have some guy, he didn't say tall, but he comments on one of my pictures and says, "I like how long you are." And that was weird.
Yeah, that's
Kind of made me feel
So
uncomfortable.
here's a funny thing. So 3 of the guys I work with are bald like me, and they range in height from like 5'7" to maybe 6 foot. And I know I'm 6'5", and they always try to attribute it's because of my height. And I go, well, there's just as much difference between the shortest of you and the tallest of you as there is between the tallest of you and me. So I don't know why height, because people walk in and get them confused all the time. I go, and I will point that out all the time. They'll be like, "Oh, hey, blurt," or whatever, and then that's not me. And then they'll turn to someone, and still not me, and they'll turn to the third person. And I go, no one has ever come up and said, "Hey, blab 'em," and me being like, "Oh, I'm not that person." So, yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing. At my current job, and I talk about it on this podcast enough that I'm sure I should have been fired for it. But fucking A, I do not need another 70 or 80-year-old lady unless she is a kabillionaire and she needs to drive up in a Maserati or something. But don't come in with your disgusting feet and
I don't know how
then
you do it.
I actually told someone a couple weeks ago, she was probably in her 40s, and it was early in the morning. She apologized. She goes, "Well, I'm on my way to a pedicure. I haven't had it yet." I go, "It's fine. This is probably the best feet I'm going to see all day anyway." Hold on. That's when I could have been, because I mean, they weren't, I mean, I don't remember them, but that's always a good thing at what I do. Oh, fuck. What's the most disgusting body part on a person, on the opposite sex? Someone that you would be interested in. What is a body part that would turn them off? Feet has always been. I mean, I would probably, if mom would have had fucked up feet, I probably would have just made her wear socks all the time.
It's always been feet, but there is a certain pair of certain feet that I actually do like.
I don't want to know.
And that's all I'll say about that. But other than that,
That is too weird. Weird, I tell you. Hold on.
That's some weird shit. You shouldn't be talking about that.
But other than that, it's probably feet.
Oh yeah,
I don't know, like.
Oh, and here's the thing. So I see when you say feet, I see it in your eyes, and that's how I used to be. I used to be exactly like you. Feet, gross. I am telling you, whatever the fuck you think you can imagine but I don't even bad want foot.
To imagine.
Yeah, don't do it, because I will tell you that there are smells that I've had that literally cannot be worse than death. I mean, people say death. You never mistake the smell of death. I will never mistake if someone. I'll be like, oh my god, when people came into the summertime and they would go to try sandals on, and then they would try one out, you'd take it off, and it'd be a sweaty foot imprint on it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know, maybe not sweat before coming to try on shoes. Just a thought. Okay, so hockey. So is that your favorite sport to go to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go to an NHL game, but
I know. I'm glad. I forgot that the Lightning were playing in St. Louis, which is the closest they get to us.
Yeah.
A couple nights ago, they lost 5-0. So hold on. But I think in February they're in Denver. Generally, that's about the time around Valentine's Day. So we could go out and see the McCurries and go to
that'd be fun.
a Lightning Avalanche game. That would be fun. Yeah, because you need to slide into someone's DMs in the NHL. It doesn't matter who. I'm just saying. I mean, ECHL, that's fine. But that's like a warm-up, really. I mean, that's like, can I do this? Can I slide into someone's DMs? And the answer is yes. Yes, you could. So NHL, next stop, NHL.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah. Or maybe there's like a pro league in a foreign country, a Scandinavian country perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
You could try sliding into DMs there as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Anywho.
hey, what do you have planned? So your birthday is coming up. We're recording this before your
Oh.
birthday. We're releasing it on your birthday. What are your big plans, hopes, dreams? What do you want to do for your birthday? I mean, and if it takes what?
What?
I was gonna say if it takes money, then we're out. So
Everything takes money. Well, okay, so I'm going back to Springfield on Wednesday.
okay,
Do you know I'm not going to be here for Thanksgiving?
I do now.
Okay.
No, I do because there was
Okay.
something about having it on Friday and then.
Well, yeah, then there's been a whole, I don't know, whatever. But I'll be back Friday, and then Saturday, there's a Mavs game I want to go to. But then we're going to have to do family dinner or something for my birthday.
Or the Mavs game for your birthday.
Well, yeah, if everyone wants to go.
Oh yeah, I know.
But, and then I took the actual on Monday off. Not that I'm doing anything, I just
Right.
didn't want to work.
You're gonna
And-
sit at home and listen to this episode, aren't you?
Yes, exactly.
That's what I thought.
And then the following weekend, I think me and some friends are gonna do something.
So this is, let's see, so Monday before. So yeah. So that was when you were born in 96, you were born the day before Thanksgiving. So everyone came down to because we
Yeah.
had a huge hospital room for you. I mean, I think it was like 2 hospital rooms. It was like a suite. It looked at downtown Kansas City at KU Med. Ugh, so awesome. I mean, yeah, it was pretty awesome. And it was nice that it was so big because grandma had cooked everything and they just brought it all down until we were able to eat and try to get some sleep with you. Ugh, you were so cute when you were born. I remember that. So was Trinity, but that was so like we were ready and everything. Trinity was literally, and then she was here. It was like, hold on, we were supposed to have another 6.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So, because that was weird. And see, I remember that day too, going home and for lunch and asking mom who's she on the phone with, because she's on the house phone. She goes, on the phone with the hospital or doctor's office. I go, why? She goes, I'm having contractions. I go, how far apart? She goes, 90 seconds. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Oh my gosh, that was crazy. And I called work and I was like, I'm not coming back. Oh, what's going on? We're having a baby. What? My current work, I probably wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
So it is interesting that if I call out for a day, the world is falling, but then the owners, and I get it, they're the owners, but you have to understand optics here when you guys just, it's sunny and 72.
Yeah.
So, okay. Hey, has it ever sucked having your birthday so close to either A, Thanksgiving, or within a month of Christmas? I don't
No.
think we've ever, I think it's
I
always
like
been.
it. I don't think I'd like if it was in December, but I like where it's at.
Yeah.
It fits
How often does it fall on Thanksgiving? I'm trying to even think. I can't even remember the
like-
last time.
every 7 years, right? Every 6,
I would think.
if there's leap year. I don't know.
I don't know. Seems like as a genius, I should know that. I bet Trinity would know that. That's smarty pants.
Probably.
I know. Look at your dog, squish face. That's what she does to everyone, though. I mean, every single guest that comes here, she barks, then chews at their feet, and then she falls asleep at their feet. Almost didn't have you any longer.
I know.
Ugh. I mean, in a good way. I mean, that was a friggin' horrible week. What the? Comfy on top of all that stuff? Gosh, she is a weird dog. I don't know how I'm going to handle it when she's gone. I mean, I know nothing will happen to me before she dies because no one else would be able, she would just be a nightmare. Mom, I don't know what mom would do. She would probably tell you guys, oh, she went to a farm upstate or something. She ran away because mom would not be able to handle it. Mom has difficulties handling this dog's on the best of her days. So, and then she has to be cute like that. And that's the only thing that wins mom back over. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks for being on. Hey, so how's school going? You want to talk about school at all?
No.
Oh, it's not going well?
No, it's going great. I just don't want to talk about it.
Oh, how much more time do you have?
2.5 years.
Hold on. I got a sound for that. Although, I don't know. I don't know how it is going for your PhD. I was just thinking about it that I got my degree 5 years ago, like in a month. So December 12th or whatever is when I graduated in 2018. It's been 5 years, and I actually enjoyed study. I mean, I enjoy learning anyway. So
Yeah.
and that, like, you get grades. So I was like, oh, so I'm getting grades. And so I was feeling good about it. Now if I watch stuff and learn or talk to guests and learn, I'm not getting any
Right.
brownie points for that.
I mean, I feel like almost PhD is more, you've already learned it all, so now you have to just make sure, you have to prove that you know it.
So is that what is
I
that
mean,
basically how?
I feel so.
You're-
Like the class I'm in right now, it's all just applications. So we do certain, we have like case studies or something and have to do whatever. Like we've already learned all the stuff. It's just being able to evaluate it and do it ourselves.
So what does going from a master's, because your master's is completed, what benefits to you become a parent going from master's to PhD level in your field? Does it open the job? More jobs are available. You can go out on your own. You can be a consultant. You can be, I don't know,
Yeah.
all the above.
Because if you stop at your master's, I mean, to do anything or to move up at all, you would need to be licensed and then have, so many years of experience. But I mean, a PhD just adds that much more. I mean, you can.
Am I going to have to
argue
start
for
calling
more
you
money.
Dr. Mo?
Yeah, once I get it.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Mo is in the house.
Yeah. So.
Your dog. That's what I need a picture of. She's smashing her new squirrel she got. People feel so bad for our neighbors bring her toys.
Oh.
Leave them at the door. And I will not say, I hope our neighbor that does that is not listening to this episode, because I will say that not both of the toys made it to the dog. Trinity decided that one of the toys was so cute it was going to their room. So, which is fine, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Love you. Happy. I would sing happy birthday to me, but I think it's copyrighted or something, and I don't want to have to pay or get banned.
Okay.
So, dang it. I should have thought ahead in advance and had one of the many singers that I've had on here do a happy birthday song for you, especially for you.
Oh, that's okay.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Because we could make this an annual thing that you could come back and we could discuss what's happened. Like next year will be 1.5 years of school you'll have left.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to talk about all these short people that you threw hands with. Would you even? So here's another thing. Like I had actually told people I wouldn't fight them before. I go, why would I fight someone that ugly as you? I go, you have nothing to lose. I go, look how pretty I am. I go, I'm not doing that.
Well, I would never fight a short person because, like I told that guy, I was like, I could literally stomp on you. Like, I'm not going to punch you. It's not worth my time.
I know. Let me tell you this. It's not the time. It's
Not that punching anybody's worth my time. I shouldn't.
Yes, that is what I was going to say.
Again, it was rare occasions, but it was justified.
Well, I will tell you, I mean, so I would get into it on the basketball court. Because you would get people out there that would think they were alphas. I was playing I grew up a suburbanite, but that's not where I played basketball. I would go downtown to many of the rougher courts in Kansas City to play. And so sometimes you would have a push back and forth and you would have to stand your ground, or you wouldn't stand your ground, whatever the case may be. So, I remember one time, speaking of basketball, so here's the type of dick I could be on the basketball court. Some guy undercut me. I went up for a layup or something. He came up and kind of gave me a nudge or something, caused me to fall. We're playing outdoors. It was actually at the police station courts, and I cut up my hands or whatever. So a little while later in the game, I faked a pass so this guy who wasn't guarding me that had done this would jump in the lane, and I threw it directly to him. So he takes off, gonna lay up or dunk, and I take off after him. He thinks I'm gonna play just regular defense or whatever. So as soon as he takes off, I grab his body and with my body behind him, go straight into the pole. drop him to the ground. I go, my bad, foul. And I just turn around and I mean, but that's mom saw that too. I know that mom didn't like seeing me play basketball because I could be a huge fucking dick on the basketball court. But I mean, once again, it's probably not a justification, but if you act a certain way or I act a certain way, we do feel like there's a reason that, I mean, I am right there. I mean, I feel weird that that's genetic, your disdain for small people. And I say it on the podcast a lot. If I see someone that's really small, my first thought is how far could I throw them? I mean, and I'm being serious. Like, I wonder if I could throw them 10 feet or could I pick them up and throw them over the chair? Like, if I needed to. I don't know why I think I'm going to have to throw people at some point in my life.
Yeah.
But I would like to know what size of person I could throw and how far I could throw them.
Yeah.
So, you ever wanted to throw a small person?
Not throw them, I don't think.
No. I just always think that'd be fun. I mean, sometimes it would be like you'd pick them up and throw them like a shot put. Sometimes you'd spin them around and throw them like you're throwing discus or something like that. So there's different ways you can throw people. And I'm not even talking about like karate, like, wah, throw them. Not that type. I'm like, we're talking long distance type throwing. Ugh, small people. I wish I could get the rights to short people. I wonder how he feels about that song. Because I feel like it should have been written tongue in cheek, but when you listen to the words, it's like pretty mean about short people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's one reason I like it so much. Okay. What do you got coming up for 2024? Anything big? You got any travel plans for 2024?
South Africa.
Oh, so is that back on?
Mm-hmm.
So it's off, on, and off, and on. So still leader?
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
I think because if we don't end up having enough people, I don't know how many we have to have though, but we got time.
It's weird because every time I think about you doing that, because every once in a while, like if someone comes in and they're going to South Africa, I'll mention that you go there. And I go, it's always just weird for me when Mo goes there because we'll see pictures and it may be snowing or something, or it's cold. And I just always forget that, when they're there, it's 100 degrees here, but it's not there.
Right.
Yeah. So I forget the whole northern, southern hemisphere, that whole thing. Winter, summer. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that'll be fun though. How was it? I don't think I ever asked. How was it with Fumi in Baltimore?
So fun.
Was it?
So fun. Yeah.
Did you like Baltimore? Had you been to Baltimore? Did you go with Trinity?
Yeah, yeah. So we were there for maybe a day, but
right.
No, it was fun the fall time was cute by the water and to go out and stuff. It was fun.
And it was so warm when you were there. We were mad because it was like in the 50s here. We were freezing and you had like 80s or 90s, I think, there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hot.
That's the one thing. So when me and mom retire and just wrap you shouldn't want us around. You don't want old people around. You don't want me to turn into grandma because however bad we think grandma can be sometimes, I'm sure I will be 100 times worse if that's a thing, if that's a possibility. But we've talked about mom and I want to move somewhere, retire somewhere where it's warm and we can put our toes in the sand or water every day and not have to worry about temperature. So you'll be more than welcome to come visit. And I do stress the word visit. So, okay. Love you. Thanks for being on.
Welcome.
Happy birthday to our baby. And grandma gets mad when I call you the mistake too.
Well, makes sense.
I know, but you're not. You're one of the three.
I don't mind it.
You're one of the 4 loves of my life, including that thing that's now. Oh, I just woke her when I said that thing. Ugh. God, I don't know how I got suckered into the whole Doberman thing, but they're a breed. Don't you want Dobermans instead of, what do you want? A Frenchie?
Yes.
Ugh. Little cute dogs. Oh my gosh. Okay. You have anything to say before we leave? Do you want to tell anyone what your Instagram is? Your hinge handle? Is that what it's called? A hinge handle?
No.
Oh, what's it called? Username?
It just says Mo.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can't
Hinge
look
handle
people
would have
up.
been cool. What's your Hinge handle? I'm Mo. Mo the Mistake. That would be a good name for nothing, actually, probably.
No, but it's funny. Instagram is _ Mo Martin.
M-O. Does
M.O.
anyone ever ask
Martin.
you if it's short for Maureen? Like you're 70 years old?
When I worked at Lucas, I had an old guy ask me that.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was going to
Yeah,
say.
but that's
Because
the only
they're
time.
probably used to people name that and they may have gone by. And so I assume. There was no... I wasn't expecting one of the guys on Hinge to go, is your real name Maureen? Because that really does it for me. Names of
No, it's just-
octogenarian ladies.
No, it's just, is your name is Mo for Muhammad? Like, first off, if you're trying to be funny, you're not. Like, that is just like, oh, so you're racist.
So when I was at the golf course, I would say, and I would say it to anyone, but as like, if you need anything, you can call up to the clubhouse. My name's Ro. And a lot of times I'd have ladies go, is Ro short for something? I'd be like, just because I knew how it would make them react, I'd be like, yeah, it's short for Romeo. They would just laugh and walk out. I'm like, I mean, it doesn't matter what it's short for, but it was just always funny that I never had anyone go, oh, that's interesting, or really? They would always just laugh and giggle and walk out. Yeah, Romeo. Yeah, I would. Yes, my parents are Shakespeare. I don't have a Mrs. Shakespeare, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Anything else we got going on? Do we know is the whole family getting together for Christmas? Because we are not for Thanksgiving. Okay, cool. Good to know. I know. Okay, I'm gonna hit this. Tell everyone bye.
Bye.
Thanks for being
See ya
on.
next
Happy
time.
birthday. Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna stop this. So I can't believe that you finally live downtown when you used to live next door, and we talked about it for a year having you on, and you were never
Yeah.
on. So I thank you. I am glad that you came. Trinity was on the very first episode, The Longest One Night Stand with Bobby and Ro. So took you a while to get here. But I'm glad that you did finally get here.
Thank you.
And next time we'll have more of a topic. I just wanted to, I wasn't sure I was going to release this on your birthday because it is the week of Thanksgiving and people will have other things to do, maybe than listen to podcasts. But I was like, for consistency's sakes, I'll put something out. And I couldn't think of a better show to release on November 27th than the Mo birthday show.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. Love you.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to ask this. I didn't ask about my parenting technique. How was it having me as a father? Is it having me as a father? Because I guess I'm still your father and still around. Because that's one of the things, like, when I was asked to coach Trinity's basketball team, I didn't want to be a basketball coach. I could tell everyone exactly how that was going to end, me being a basketball coach.
Yeah.
And so, and I wasn't always the best at your golf tournaments. What was that giggle for?
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That would drive me insane. I mean, if you're going to, I remember saying to that one parent, if your daughter's going to cheat, she shouldn't have a personalized ball. What the fuck?
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, geez. So, was it tolerable?
Yeah. I don't think it was bad at all.
Okay. I'm glad. You're an amazing kid. You and Trinity both were. We never had to, I mean, did we ever really discipline? Did you ever really get super disciplined for anything? I don't ever.
No,
Yeah.
Never.
I mean, that's how good of kids you were, or that's how bad of parents we were, that we just never disciplined you. So I know that you guys
No, I
were
don't
good.
think we did anything.
You didn't. I mean, I remember taking a picture at one point when we were out in DeSoto. It must have been it had to be your senior year. And it's just like, I come home from work and you guys are both sitting at the dinner table, kitchen table, like doing homework. To go to May, there's nothing there. And I mean, we never had to, like, Trinity never studied. Trinity just seemed to always know all the answers, which is fine. And you were always studying. I mean, you worked at it so hard. And that's what, and that's also when I say, I go, they're totally different. I go, you study like mom does, and I study, I mean, Trinity studies like I do.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I do like about, and I mentioned this about grandma not being able to handle me, but I do love being able to, I like your attitude. Like when you get into someone, I do think it's funny. I mean, because I'm like, yeah, I would have done, that's exactly what I would have done. Well done, Mo. So I enjoy being the father to both of you all. So thanks for letting me be your father too.
You're welcome.
I mean, you could have, I don't know. I was going to say Lindsay Lohan or some, I can't think of anyone that's estranged father. I don't think she talked to her father or something, but I
no
also
idea.
don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm actually going to start it this time. Here we go. Say goodbye again.
Bye, everyone.
Okay. Oh, no, at the end there of the bong rip. Hey, everyone. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Stone Genius Podcast. My name's Ro. We had Mo Martin on. It was her birthday. Hold on. I got something for that. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Podcasts are going to be a little different if you're listening to this chronologically. We have a holiday coming up here in the United States, and so it may be a little wonky during the holidays, but continue listening. I very much appreciate all the support that we get to this show. It is very much appreciated. I hope that all my American friends have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving, and all my international friends, sucks for you guys. You guys have to work on Thursday. Bye.